Hey everyone, the name is Erik, and today we're talking ENTPs, the Inventor personality type, the Stereotype, and the reality. So what I want to get down with this video is how you can type and understand and know the ENTP, how you can recognize them when you meet them, how you can recognize them in what they say and what they do and how they act. So the biggest issue I see when people are typing each other is they focus too much on stereotypes. And I get it. Okay, stereotypes are simple and easy. They work 50-60% of the time, and for most people that's close enough. The thing is, there is limitation here. When we focus only on the behavior of the personality type, how much they talk, how fast they talk, how animated they are when they talk, how much enthusiasm and creativity they show, we only see them at their best. So the stereotypes only work when you see an ENTP in flow. Only when you talk about, oh, he seems so creative. He has so many ideas. He seems so smart, so analytical. He seems always to be one step ahead of everyone else. That's when you're dealing with the ENTP stereotype. Now, what you want to look at is, okay, what does this guy actually seem to enjoy? Okay, what does she actually like? What does she actually find funny? What does she actually think is a nice thing to do? So what you want to look for is, okay, what does an ENTP do when they're at their best? And there are a few key signs you want to be looking for. First, okay, ENTPs are always analyzing everybody. You should see it how they speak and how they look at you. ENTPs look at you like with this sharp brows, with this sharp gaze. There's a constant, oh, really? Is that what you say? Is that what you mean? Are you sure about that? There's a constant interpretation of everything you say and do. Extroverted intuitives always interpret everything you say. They always give you an interpretation. They always say, so did you really mean that? What was behind that? Why did you say that? Where did this come from? They're always looking at you like detectives. They are always connecting patterns. They're looking at you. They're going, so why did you say that? Why did you mean that? What made you say that? So there is a studying aspect of the ENTP personality type. They're always studying you. Perhaps that's why a lot of ENTPs like personality psychology, because it's a framework to understand and study people. So the ENTP is characterized by having a lot of enthusiasm. They're characterized, stereotyped by always being able to, they're very competitive. They like arguments. They like playing the devil's advocate. They like seeing different sides. They like, they're described as more or less emotionless in their judgment. They look purely at things logically. They're seen to be very smooth talking and charming. So those are all like telltale signs that people use when you're typing ENTPs. But what you want to do is you want to get down underneath. So you want to ask them questions. What you want to do when you meet an ENTP and you're wondering, is this guy an ENTP? Is you want to ask them some questions about themselves. So first, what I find is NPs are extremely tactical people. So what that means is they always read the situation. So they look at, okay, how could this happen? What could happen next? And what could that lead to? What could this mean? Where could this go? So they're making connections and they're seeing different ways the situation could go. And they're looking at you with this kind of cleverness to them. NPs tend to look very clever because they always tend to have an idea about what's going to happen next. They tend to always have this ability to read a situation, see where it's going, see where it's leading. And, being able to discuss these possibilities is something all ENTPs enjoy. Being able to go back and forth. Could we do this or could we do that? Where could this go? Where could this lead? What could this mean? What could this allow us to do? So ENTPs, they love that ability to be able to read a situation, discuss options, discuss possibilities. Now, what I always tend to find when I study ENTPs is an ability to barter and trade and negotiate. TPs are the negotiating personality type. So what this means is they say, sure, we can meet up at around 5. Can we meet up at 10 past 5? Sure, we could. There we go. You can go out, Marble. It's okay. Sure, we can go to that place, or but then I would like to do this. So TPs love to trade and barter and weigh options. They like to say this one is 10 euros, but that is 15 euros, so that one is cheaper, so that one we should go for. Or this one is 10 minutes faster, or this way could be a little bit better. They love to talk about efficiency, making things more efficient. And you know what I always find when I'm looking at ENTPs versus ENFPs is, okay, ENTPs, they respond really well to challenges and obstacles. ENFPs do not. So something goes wrong, the train is late, there is a delay, there suddenly it was more expensive than you thought. ENTPs are really good in these situations because that's when they can start to apply problem solving. That's when they can use thinking. They can look at, okay, what next? How do I do it? How do I answer it? How do I respond to it? Often I find the ENFP's response to these situations is a lot more emotional. God damn it, why was it late? Well, who was the idiot that got us late? So the focus of the feeling perceiving type is that of accountability. If an option doesn't work out, if something goes bad, there is a person that is accountable, there's a responsibility, there's somebody who did it wrong, there's an individual in the question here that should, get some blame. There's a tendency to want to get to know the people and to understand the individuals and to look at the situation. The thinking perceiving type instead focuses on solving the situation through logical thinking, which means looking at, okay, different options, different alternatives, different variables, looking at different solutions, different available trains, alternative connections, different solutions. So of course ENFPs do that, but they don't enjoy it. They find it tedious and unnecessary, and sure, I can do it, I can look it up, but what's the fun in that? So what people always miss with ENTPs when they connect them to INTPs is, well, first, ENTPs are extroverted, but there's a lot more to that. First, what I tend to find is the first realization an ENTP has as an extroverted intuitive is that life can be divided into what is possible and what is impossible. The extrovert intuitive is always focused on what is possible. What can we do? What is our next opportunity? What is our next possibility? And when I look at the introverted intuitive types, and I include INTPs in this, is they look at what is life? Why are we here? Well, how do we get here? So the priority is more on the existential. There are theories about what life could be and what it could not be. And the extrovert intuitive focuses rather on what could we do with life? How could we use life? How could we live life to the fullest? So there's an idea of wanting to live life to the fullest, wanting to make connections, wanting to surf on patterns, working to get to different points. When you look at the ENTP and you're trying to understand the ENTP, you also have to understand how they are like when they are depressed, when they are apathetic, when they are in a bad situation. All ENTPs have some principal fears. One of them is being stuck, not being able to get further. ENTPs at their worst tend to say they feel stuck and they don't know what to do. And they tend to be caught up in this question of the impossible. The worst thought for the ENTP is that of the impossible. It's no longer possible. I can't do it anymore. It's too late. It's not going to work. It's not possible. It's not, I don't have enough money. When ENTPs are depressed, they get caught up in the question of the impossible and they lose track of what is possible. They start to feel that life is just a series of closed doors, nowhere to go, nothing to open, nothing next. And give me one second. That is the side grip. How do you get out of that? Well, I think one thing you need is a change of environment. What you need is go somewhere different, go somewhere new. Like at some point, your current environment is never going to be enough for you. Like at some point, you're going to run out of doors to open. And sometimes it's not that all the doors are closed. It's that in this room, in this place you are right now, there are no more doors to open. So why do I see a lot of ENTPs that love to travel and go to new places? Why do I see ENTPs change careers quite frequently? Every 4 to 5 years, a new career. Well, it's because they're looking for new doors to open, and they realize that, yeah, I've outgrown my environment. I've outgrown my current place. ENTPs, they need challenge. They need constant doses of new challenge and external challenges. So what do we need to tell ENTPs to get them motivated? We need to tell them, okay, we're running out of resources. Climate change is coming. We need to be more energy efficient, and people are being stupid. How do you motivate an ENTP? Tell them people are being stupid. There is a big problem. We need solutions. That's how you get an ENTP to perform well at work and to do better. You have to actually show them problems and give them the chance to solve problems. So put them in a situation where you tell them, okay, our economy is going down, we're running less resources, we need new ideas. Can you go to this new place, check it out? Can you see what you come up with? So first send out ENTPs to new places, put them in new environments, get them to new companies, get them doing fieldwork, get them studying different possibilities, and then allow them to think of new solutions and possibilities. Hello, still in stream. And the other final question is that of extroverted thinking. Extroverted thinking is what gets the ENTP focused on stats, data, facts, learning. ENTPs are lovers of learning. So as an ENTP, a proper source of motivation is data. Get new data, always new data, new facts, new things to study, new things to do. And always learn something new. Always look, what can I learn next? What can I study next? What can I do after this? What books can I read? What things can I do? What people can I talk to? What YouTube channels can I study? What videos can I look at? So always get yourself getting new sources of data, statistics, facts, things you can touch on, things you can work with. God damn it, Dad. Okay, it's time to end the chat. It's trolls are here. Make a video about the ENTPs, get all the trolls. Thanks everybody for joining up, and time for me to head out. I'm gonna go for some cinnamon buns at the Scandinavian embassy, and then I'm gonna go to the market, and yeah, I just have a good time. See you everyone, and hope you enjoyed the live stream.